So here's the truth about the manifestation community. Some people may not want to hear this or may not like that I'm saying this, but it has to be said. Like any community on the internet, there's going to be some grifters. The spirituality / manifestation community is no different. This community is also full of grifters. But the difference with the manifestation community and the types of things that are sold in this community is that there is always plausible deniability. And what do I mean by that? Unlike a traditional product, a physical item that you get in the post, if you get it and you receive it and it doesn't work or it's broken or defective, you can confidently say this was a scam. But with manifestation and all of these courses and ebooks, if you do the course, you read the ebook, you take their advice and it doesn't work for you, they can just turn around and say, well, you did it wrong. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You must have not believed enough. You must not have been affirming enough. You must have been wavering. There's always some kind of excuse that they can give you as to why their product didn't work. And because people in this community are so desperate for change, they're so desperate that they'll believe whatever is peddled to them. They will never sit back and look at what they've been told or look at the product that they paid for and think, maybe this just isn't good. Maybe I've been sold a lie. They'll never do that. They'll just blame themselves and they'll think, oh, well, I was wavering. I did it wrong. I was the one who doesn't understand. And I think this is changing a little bit now. I think a lot of people have gotten to the point where they've tried everything that people say and it's still not working. And a lot of people are starting to wake up to the amount of scammers that are unfortunately in this community, because it sounds so good, doesn't it? It sounds so nice. Like, who doesn't want to be told that they don't actually have to work for anything and they don't actually have to take action and all they have to do is just think some thoughts in their head and their dream reality will drop into their lap. Everybody wants to be told that. So when you get an entire group of people on the internet who have all kinds of success telling you that it's as easy as affirmations, of course they're going to get sucked into that. I have seen some people calling this out, but I don't see enough people calling this out, which is why I'm making this video. Because I've been in this position. I've been in the position where I've been taking the advice. I've been doing what these coaches tell me to do. I've taken courses, I've bought ebooks, and I've tried to boil it down to a simple formula. While I think I have gotten to grips with parts of it, I talk a lot about the nervous system and wellness and making sure your body is okay. But there are so many other facets of this, so many other facets of life that can impact you and can change how your life unfolds. And at the end of the day, what it comes down to is control. A lot of people are desperate, don't like their lives, they want to get out of their situations. This has been a real problem for me personally. I'm very type A. I'm the oldest daughter. I was gifted and talented growing up. I'm a bit of a control freak. When I found manifestation and I discovered that, holy shit, I could actually control my life, that only ever sounded like a good thing. And so I got sucked into it. After years of trying and failing and getting inconsistent results and not really being able to master it, I understand now that the way the community has evolved, the way the advice has evolved, and the way that things have changed, it's making you worse at manifestation. It's making you worse at achieving your goals. Because the truth is, a lot of these success stories that these coaches will talk about are missing huge pieces of context. They are missing background of privilege. They are missing the convenience of connections. They are missing all of the times where they've tried and failed. They're missing so much, and they're not telling you all of that on purpose. Because it sounds much more impressive to say, I manifested $5,000 overnight, rather than giving you the context of they've been waiting for a tax rebate for a while now, or they are due a refund from a product they bought years ago, or they are owed money from the government. But if you don't have those things, if that doesn't apply to you, you know, it's like, okay, well, where is that $5,000 going to come from for me? You see what I mean? It sounds much more impressive and it sounds like a miracle, but actually it's just you're in a privileged position. That's been to your advantage. The other part of this that I just don't get why more people aren't talking about this. All of these people online who talk about how they manifested incredible things, or they preach about how easy it is to manifest, how you don't have to do anything. Are they living their dream life? Look at their house in the background of their videos. Are they a millionaire? If they can manifest money out of thin air, then why do they need to sell courses? If they can manifest anything within 24 hours, why don't they have 1 million subscribers? It doesn't make any sense. Anybody who is preaching to you a get-rich-quick scheme, something that promises big with very little input, is going to be a scam. Listen, I'm not saying that miraculous things can't happen or don't happen, because they do. Of course they do. People get lucky. But you can't rely on that. You can't rely on the idea that somebody is going to come along and save you and give you everything you've ever wanted. If that were the case, all of this were true, there wouldn't be so many people still living in poverty. These manifestation coaches wouldn't need to make YouTube videos because they'd all be billionaires already. I've been in this community for a very long time, and I've seen how it's changed over the years. And it's gone from something that took practice, something that you worked at every day, your vibration, to just think a thought once and it'll happen for you easily and effortlessly without lifting a finger. How did we get here? Your subconscious beliefs do impact your life. Of course they do, but not in a magical sense. Your subconscious beliefs will affect your behavior. They will affect how you show up in life. They'll affect what you go for. They'll affect the risks you take. They will affect the things that you become interested in or the people you surround yourself by. All of those things can impact your life. If every single day you do the same things, you see the same people, you take the same route to work, you eat the same sandwich, and you never switch it up and you never do anything different, of course your life is going to be the same. Change only comes from change. It doesn't come from sitting in your bedroom 24/7 and affirming. I wish that's how life worked. There are far too many YouTubers on this platform who will tell you exactly that, and yet they're out here photoshopping their pictures and telling you that they manifested it. I'm not going to name names, but if you know, you know. And the sad part is, people are falling for it. They are making more and more money because they know what they're doing. They are playing to your insecurities. They know what will get views. They know that if they put something in the title, like, if you're seeing this on insert current date, then this message is for you. They know that if they make their messages vague enough and broad enough that they can apply to anybody, they tell you exactly what you want to hear, that you will fall for the trap. They know that. They're good at marketing, but it's lies. It's grifting. Stop giving these people your money, for God's sake. I hate to say it, but manifestation, actual real manifestation, takes work. It takes work. It takes consistent effort every single day. It takes you sticking to something for long enough to see it through. It takes you healing all of the nervous system dysregulation. It comes from healing your mental health. It comes from healing all of these insecurities and these attachments that you have. And most of the time, it's going to be boring. It's not going to feel exciting. It's not going to feel like something you want to do every single day. But the more you stick to it, the more things will change. When I say it takes work, I don't mean you need to grind yourself into the ground and you need to hustle and strive and push and force. I don't mean that at all, because that's also not going to get you anywhere. And I'm going to make a separate video about this because I think it's an important topic. Healing from that and getting over that, healing the nervous system, changing your beliefs, working with your subconscious and changing all of that, that stuff is not glamorous. That stuff takes slow, consistent effort every day. It doesn't change in 2 days. It doesn't change in a week. I wish it did, but that's what I mean when I say it takes work. It takes consistency. It's not always going to drop into your lap in 24 hours. And anybody that tells you it does is selling you a get-rich-quick scheme. There are more parts to this that I'm going to get into in future videos, but I just had to say this. I don't see nearly enough people calling it out. And I still see so many comments from people who are just so exhausted from trying. They're so burnt out. They're so fed up. And I get it. It feels so shit to feel like you've done everything right and it's working for everybody else but not for you. But you're missing so much context here, and it's not actually your fault. It's the advice that they're giving you. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video there. I hope this video made sense. I hope you get what I mean. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Give this video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.